Hey y'all, Lisa Murphy here, and I'm going to talk to you about recruiting. This is one of the most important aspects of our business, and as you all know, when you're going diamond and star diamond, it's a must. So that's why we're going to talk about it today and the different ways that you can recruit a little bit faster and a little bit harder and retain your coaches a little bit better. So, the best way, first and foremost, to get top coaches and as many coaches as you can is to rock your challenge groups. So, most of you started out in a challenge group probably, and that's how you got here, right? So, you fell in love with your program, you fell in love with the way you were feeling, and when your coach reached out to you and present this opportunity, you probably at first were like, I don't know if that's for me. I don't know. I'm not some fitness expert. I don't know that I could inspire anyone. Those are the things, but there was something that drove you to this, right? And something that said, hey, I want to do this. This seems really cool. And then you became a coach and you realize how awesome it is and it's so fun. And why wouldn't everyone want to do this, right? I mean, it truly is a opportunity of a lifetime to get to do what we do, to truly enjoy it, love it, work with your girlfriends, work from home, work with your children, around you instead of being stuck in an office from 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. Or in my case, I'm a nurse. And the thought of clocking in and out and working those 12-hour days and 10-hour days for the rest of my life, it's not how I envision spending the rest of my life. So I know that for me that I am going to make this work, and recruiting is one of the ways that I want to get really solid on and really good at. And I think I've got a pretty good handle, but there's always ways to improve. So some of the things that I have learned are, reach out to your coach or your challengers early in the game. Build those relationships with them right from the start. So when you are getting them to join your challenge group, you kind of want to do a physical assessment on them, ask them about their current fitness level, what are they eating right now, what are their weight goals, or what are their non-scale goals, like what are they working towards. And then that way you have something to follow up with them on. So you want to check in with them and say, maybe, hey, I can't wait to get you back in those size 2 jeans or size 6 jeans. Let them know that you haven't forgotten about the things that they've told you in the past, right? And reach out to them, day one in their group and say, hey, good luck to you today. I always send some private messages because I feel like it's a little bit more personal. And then, they know that you have their back and they can call on you if they need to. And people really appreciate it. And then through the week, when I see them posting or not posting, no matter what, I reach out and I say, wow, I love your enthusiasm in the group. You're really rocking it. How are you feeling? And then people will say, I'm feeling great, blah, blah, blah. And I'll say, awesome. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. And then maybe, a couple days later, they're continuing to post well. And I'll say, hey, how are you loving your Shakeology? And I'm loving it. I'll say, okay, then we for sure have to get you signed up for the discount, if you're going to be sticking with it with another round and if you're going to be getting more. And people say, oh, there's a discount. And I'll say, yeah, tell them about the discount. And so most people get really interested in that kind of coaching opportunity at first. Maybe it's just about the discount, right? And that's kind of how I started. I like a good, saving $1. So for me, it was like, well, yeah, I know I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to sign up as a coach right away. If I make an extra buck, hey, sure. If anything, it was just to hold me accountable. And it certainly did that. So just making extra money was a bonus. And I think that for most people starting off, they really do feel that way. Like this is such a wonderful and amazing opportunity and job that it's amazing that we make money anyways and can make some really good money. So I try not to get too focused on that. I try to just make sure that I have some really happy challengers and give them the best, um, you know, opportunity and best round for them, and so that they have the best results. So throw those little jabs, and probably by week 2 into your challenge, you could say something like, "Hey, have you ever considered coaching? Your posts are amazing. Did you know you could cover the cost of your Shakeology? Blah blah blah." So little things like that is what I do, and also If people aren't posting, I make sure I reach out to them and say, hey, is everything okay? Sometimes people have family issues that come up and they do fall off, or some people just don't post in the group. I don't ever count anyone out because half the time when I message people, they get back to me and say that, oh yeah, I'm following along, I'm doing great, I'm loving the shakes. It's just that I haven't posted anything. And it's like, oh, okay, well, do you mind? Could you share a meal pic? That sounds amazing. Why don't you post that in the group? And sure enough, like a day later, now they're posting in the group and they're like, oh, that wasn't so bad after all. So I think people get intimidated by posting pictures, and a lot of people just don't post selfies to begin with, right? How many of you took selfies on a regular basis before you became coaches? Me? Zero. So think of it that way. And I'm a prime example of someone that, maybe you would think, nah, she wouldn't be interested in the coaching opportunity. She's not big on social media. She barely uses it. I was someone that just checked in, liked other people's pictures, but only posted something if, I had a major life event going on. Now I'll make a video or post anything at the drop of a dime just because I know that staying consistent is what it's all about. And that's the next thing I do want to talk to you about is you have to stay consistent in this business for it to work. Consistency is the secret sauce, as some may call it. It is the only way to allow people to know that you are still coaching, you're still out there, you haven't given up, and this is still working for you and you love it. So you want to be sharing your story with as many people as you can, talking about the coaching opportunity to as many people as you can, how it has affected you. You don't have to be a six-figure earner to let people know that you absolutely love this and, tell them what it has done for you, whether it's just giving you a sense of self-worth again, increased your self-esteem, brought you off your cholesterol medications, whatever it may be. For me, it was just making me feel like a person again. Like I feel good about myself on the inside again. I kind of lost a piece of me over the years because I wasn't taking care of myself. And it brings you down. It's depressing. So for me, it's just finding happiness again and realizing that I might be 35 and I can still feel comfortable in my own skin, and I am more fit now than I was back in my 20s, and it feels great. So those are the things that I like to share with people and let them know that they don't have to give up just because you had a baby. You don't have to think that you're never going to get your body back. Those are the things that I've learned. So I share those, and I talk about coaching and how much I love it with enthusiasm to pretty much anyone that will listen. I've met people in stores that way and talked to them and have, gotten great challengers. So, anyways, always present the opportunity to everyone. There is not one person that I have as a challenger that I don't present the opportunity to. Every person without a doubt. I don't care if they tell me no. So what? They tell me no. You know what that means to me? No means not right now. No means not right now in this business. Follow up is the next key. Follow up is huge in this business. If you aren't following up with your challengers and with people that haven't even purchased a challenge pack from you, you are missing out. Because how many people have told you no, but you've gone back and you've followed, you'd stay consistent, and you know this would be right for them, that they have come around and they said, wow, thank you so much for coming around. I'm so glad I did this. And you know what? Now they're going to make your best coaches. So you're going to stay consistent. You're going to listen to what your challengers have to say. You're going to be present on social media. You're going to share your story. You're going to always present the coaching opportunity to each person. And I also want you to make a list, if you haven't done so far, of your dream team. I still have my original list, and it's funny to refer back to it and see some of those names on there now are my coaches, which is really exciting. It's like, you constantly want to go back and check it and refer to it. So make that list and don't ever throw it out and just keep adding on to it because it's important. It's going to change. You're always going to be expanding your network. Keep adding on. So you just want to start with 100. That's just a start, right? You're always going to grow. And you're always going to find new challengers. So I always present the opportunity to everyone. You don't want to ever count someone out and I know I'm probably repeating myself, but that is just so important. Okay. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you are setting goals for yourself. I am doing a monthly goal, where I'm always going to hit Success Club 10 and I'm always going to sign 4 coaches. That is my goal. If for some reason I don't hit it, then, it's okay, but I have that goal and it gives me something to work towards. Um, I've set the goal for 2 star October 1st, so it's going to hold me accountable to that. And, I know that it's something that's attainable, it's real, and it's a way for me to get there. If I didn't have any goals, then I would just be blindly going through this, right? So it's important to sit down, write out your goals. When will you realistically be here, right? So if you sign 3 coaches in your first 3 months, then you're on track to be diamond in your first 3 months as a coach, which is pretty cool. And if you keep adding on, you're going to just keep growing your business that much faster. I think it's been proven from what I hear that if you hit Success Club 10 consistently in your first 2 years, no, Success Club 5 in your first 2 years, that you will hit 6 figures by then. So if you hit Success Club 10 and you have that many more coaches, you're just going to grow your business that much faster. So that's pretty exciting and something to think about. There's so much more I could go over about recruiting and how important it is. It's so important to follow up, stay consistent, listen. I don't want to miss anything, but I think that I've said enough right now. And just be yourselves, be real, be genuine. No one can relate to perfect, and that is why we're all successful in this business, and that's why we're all growing this business. You just keep continuing to do what you're doing, and hopefully by the end of this, we'll all have hit our goals. And I know we're all going to be advancing, and good luck to everyone.